Bhavanji, did you do that magic rock practice?
Yes, that I'm doing.
This was the first time, or you have been doing it?
This is my second time. Actually, one time I have read the book, and then
No, I'm
second,
talking about magic rock.
that magic rock I'm doing from last 2 months, I think.
Great. Anybody who did it for the first time? I want to know the experience of the person.
I
Anybody
did
who
for the
did?
first time, but I shared my experience.
Okay, that is very right. Thank you so
Yeah,
much. Anybody else? First time, Manisha ji. How was the experience for you, my dear? Manisha ji.
Yes, ma'am.
कैसा महसूस हुआ? How did you feel when you did this magic rock ritual?
मुझे तो ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे मेरे पास ना ये जैसे अलादीन के पास वो था ना चिराग, मेरे पास ये है, मैं इससे जो मर्जी मांग लूं.
So nice. तो आप जब पहले दिन अपन बात कर रहे थे,
मैंने आपके साथ फोन पे बात की थी ना कि मेरे को इस बार हस्बैंड जाने नहीं दे रहे हैं नॉन. मैं कल जा रही हूँ अपने घर. मैंने पर्स
देखा?
यही लेके रखा है.
देखा आपने? Wonderful. You see, anything and everything is possible. The only thing is we have to be in gratitude, and that gratitude we will be only when we notice it. Without noticing it, just not at all possible. Therefore, we do all these assignments. Therefore, we do magic rock practice. Therefore, we write 10 blessings every day, so that we become strong in identifying this gratitude in our life. Otherwise, we take things for granted. हाँ ठीक है, ऐसा हुआ था, like that. तो ऐसा होता है. So therefore, अच्छा एक बात और बताइए, मैं 2 बार और भी डिस्कस किया है कि ग्रैटिट्यूड की 4 A's हैं. A से स्टार्ट होते हैं वो वर्ड्स. कोई मुझे बता सकता है कि कौन से वाले वर्ड्स थे वो? Yes, anybody? A से स्टार्ट होने वाले 4 वर्ड्स ग्रैटिट्यूड में होते हैं, जिससे आपको ग्रैटिट्यूड करना इजी होता है. वेरी गुड. एप्रिसिएशन. आप एप्रिसिएशन कब देते हैं भावन जी? When will you appreciate somebody?
When somebody gives us gratitude.
Okay.
Somebody is grateful to us.
So there are times when somebody is already grateful to us, but then do we appreciate always?
Not always, but somewhere.
Right? So appreciation, wherever there will be appreciation. आप मुझे बताएं, आपका बच्चा कुछ अच्छा काम करके आया और आपने उसके लिए आपने उसको थपथपाई उसकी पीठ, तो समझ में आया. अब जब आपने अपने बच्चे के लिए आपके मन में बहुत एप्रिसिएशन आया कि बहुत मेहनत करता है मेरा बच्चा, तो क्या आप उसको सारा दिन डांटोगे क्या? नहीं डांटोगे ना. तो this is what I am trying to say. When we have appreciation for something, then the complaint part goes away.
Correct.
So therefore, when there is appreciation, there is no complaint. So when there is appreciation, you are in gratitude. You will be able to be grateful. Right, dear ones? Okay, very good. Thank you, Bhavanji. और कौन सा word था?
Approval.
Approval. Very good, Praveena ji. Approval का कोई example दे सकता है मुझे? When appreciation, approval, admiration, attention. Thank you, Manali. कोई मुझे example दे सकता है? मनाली दे देगी अब, since मनाली ने जवाब दिया है मुझे. Yes, Manali. Can you give me the answer? One example. What do I mean by approval? I think Manali is not there. Not able to. Okay. Yes, Manali. Any example, please? You can unmute yourself and tell me. What do we mean by approval? देखिए words, बड़े-बड़े words बोलना तो बहुत easy है. But we have to connect them with our life. Then only वो simplify. और as a teacher मुझे ऐसा लगता है हम जितना simplify करते हैं चीज समझ में आती है अपन को. Isn't it? Okay. Anybody can give me an example of approval? एग्जाम्पल ऑफ अप्रूवल कैन बी, देखिए साहब, फॉर एग्जाम्पल मेरी मदर इन लॉ है। अब मेरी मदर इन लॉ है, उनको इस तरह काम करना चाहिए, उनको इस तरह का काम पसंद है, तो मैंने क्या कहा, आई एम अप्रूव्ड ऑफ इट, कि उनको ऐसा पसंद है, मैं ऐसे ही करूंगी, राइट? किसी और के साथ भी आप देख लीजिए, यदि मैं ना काम करने का ये तरीका है, यू अप्रूव ऑफ इट, फाइन, एट द एंड ऑफ द डे काम हो गया है, अच्छे से हो गया है। उससे भी मैं आपको एक बहुत सिंपल एग्जांपल दूं, जब हमारे घर में कोई चीज, फॉर एग्जांपल किचन, जब हमारे किचन में हम बर्तन रखते हैं, तो साहब मेरे 6 ग्लास ऐसे रखने चाहिए, मेरे 6 कटोरी ऐसी होनी चाहिए, मेरी प्लेट ऐसी चाहिए। नाउ एम आई इन अप्रूवल? यदि वो सही नहीं है तो थोड़ा सा भी चेंज होता है, चाहे वो डॉटर इन लॉ रखे, चाहे वो मेड रखे। हाउ डू वी वांट? ठक 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 जाते से वी वांट टू चेंज इट, वी आर सो रिजिड, we do not accept easily, we want that thing to be changed. So if we approve of it, we will not change it, we approve of it, fine. तो ऐसे ही attention, हम लोग किस attention कैसा सुनते हैं, if you are a good listener, are you a good listener? और लास्ट में है admiration, जब कोई कुछ अच्छा करता है, जब तक मुझे दिखेगा नहीं तो क्या मैं एडमायर कर पाऊंगी, और जब तक मैंने एडमायर नहीं करा तो कंप्लेन आई, कंप्लेन नहीं आई तो क्या आया, एप्रिसिएशन आया, ग्रेटिट्यूड हुआ। तो इन सब 4 एज को लेके हम जहां जा रहे हैं वो है मैजिकल रिलेशनशिप्स। आपकी हर रिलेशनशिप में ये चारों चीजें चाहिए, आपको एप्रिसिएशन भी है, देना है। देखिए, आप लेने की बात मत करिएगा, आप पहले दीजिए। इसके लिए मैं आपको एक एग्जाम्पल देती हूँ। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ये मेरे हाथ में एक बॉटल है और इसमें ऑलरेडी पानी भरा हुआ है, आप देखिए ये ऊपर तक भरी हुई बॉटल है। अब इसमें अंदर जाएगा कुछ, किस कंडीशन में जाएगा, जब इसको मैं खाली करूंगी, या मेरे को थोड़ा सा भी डालने के लिए इसको थोड़ा सा भी खाली करना पड़ेगा, तो पहले मुझे देना पड़ेगा। तो ये लाइफ में भी यही फंडा है साहब, आपके पास आएगा जब आप देना सीखेंगे। तो जब हम रिलेशनशिप की बात करते हैं, सो व्हेन आई एम गिविंग, आई एम नॉट ऑलवेज एक्सपेक्टिंग। एनी रिलेशनशिप यू टॉक ऑफ, father, son, daughter, siblings, mother, spouse, colleagues, friends, you talk of any relationship. All these relationships are based on these 4 things. These 4 things: appreciation, approval, acceptance. जैसे मैं हमेशा बोलती हूँ, हमें गधे से घोड़ा नहीं बनाना है, right? तो this is what we are talking about. चलते हैं, आज का चैप्टर पढ़ते हैं और इन चीजों पे आगे बात करते हैं, मैजिकल रिलेशनशिप्स। और आज हमारे लिए पढ़ेंगे मधु जी। वेलकम मधु जी, थैंक यू सो मच। प्लीज अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ। या
Day 3. Are we doing magical relationship? Yeah. I'll start.
यस मैम।
Imagine if you were the only person on earth. You would have no desire to do anything. What would it be? What would be the point in creating a painting if no one could see it? What would be the point in composing music if no one could hear it? What would be the point in inventing anything if there was no one to use it? There would be no reason to move from one place to another, because wherever you went, you would be same as where you were. No one would be there. There would be no pleasure or joy in your life.
Yes, my
It
dear.
is-
We all know. Ma'am, we will just wait after every paragraph.
Okay.
Now, how is the system? A human being is a social animal. वो अकेला नहीं रह सकता है, उसे झुंड चाहिए, उसे लोग चाहिए। So just imagine if I am alone on this earth. आप अर्थ को अलोन छोड़ दीजिए साहब, आप घर में अलोन रह के दीजिए, देखिए all 24 hours, 24 into 7, 365 days. Just imagine कि I am all alone on my own. आपको किसी चीज में इंटरेस्ट नहीं आएगा. ये सब हम सबको पता है. तो जब कोई नहीं है तो भी परेशान है, और जब सारे रिलेटिव्स हैं, लोग हैं, तो भी परेशानी है. प्राइवेसी नहीं है साहब, कहीं आ जा नहीं सकते हैं, सबका देखना पड़ता है. घर में बड़े लोग हैं तो उनका खाना पीना देख सकते हैं. आपके पास तो कोई नहीं, आप तो जब मर्जी आए तब चले जाओ. हर चीज के पॉजिटिव्स एंड नेगेटिव्स आप सब जानते हैं. बट वे तो करेंगे ना. माधव जी प्लीज म्यूट कर दीजिए अपने आप को. तो आप वे तो करेंगे ना अपने आप कि मेरे लिए क्या अच्छा चल रहा है. Going out anytime is good, or there is somebody in my house. I remember when we were growing up, I have grown up in a joint family system. I'm not advocating about joint family or nuclear family. What I want to talk about is I have grown up in a joint family, and I find myself easy to fit amongst people. Reason being, there was my grandmother, there were my uncles, my aunts, and everybody was a different personality. And that was a great school for me, where I learned how to deal, how to communicate with everybody. Everybody was with a different temperament. मेरी दादी जी बड़ी गुस्सैल थी, तो मेरे ताऊ जी बहुत रौबदार इंसान थे, तो मेरे छोटे चाचा बहुत हंसमुख थे. मतलब हर तरह के अलग अलग बंदा था मेरे घर. तब उससे क्या हो गया, I have learned how to deal with everybody. So when I will go out in public, or when I will work, or when I will go to other place, what will be? Don't you think so it will be easy for me? Whereas what we think now, मैं और मेरे बच्चा भला, again I'm saying I'm not talking about nuclear family and the joint family system. What I'm talking about is आज आपका बच्चा फर्स्ट आया है, या आपके बच्चे का आज बर्थडे है और आप बहुत ग्रैंड गाला फंक्शन करना चाहते हैं. आप हस्बैंड वाइफ 5 स्टार होटल में होके आइए, और दूसरा आप एक छोटी सी जगह में बर्थडे मनाइए अपने सारे फैमिली मेंबर्स के साथ. किसने मजा ज्यादा आता है आपको? सोच के देखिएगा, विजुअलाइज करके देखिएगा. तो ये रिलेशनशिप्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन आवर लाइफ. अब साहब, तो ये रिलेशनशिप बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो इस रिलेशनशिप्स की वजह से फंसते भी तो बहुत है ना. आप बोलोगे आज मेरे बड़ी सासू माँ ने ऐसा कह दिया, मेरे ससुर जी ने ऐसे कह दिया, तो मेरे दिमाग में सारा टाइम वही चल रहा था. I lost my peace of mind. Here again will come gratitude as handy. Means what? Now suppose if I live in a big family, and there was something which I did not like. We all have different perception. Something which I did not like. So instead of just thinking, suppose मेरे घर में 10 लोग हैं, 9 लोग मेरे लिए बहुत तारीफ कर रहे हैं और एक इंसान से मुझे बहुत परेशानी होती है, बट मैं 9 लोगों को छोड़ के सारा दिन किसके बारे में सोचती हूँ? उस इंसान के बारे में. 9 लोग जो मेरी तारीफ करते हैं, जो मुझे हमेशा गले लगाते हैं, मुझे इतना प्यार करते हैं, but where am I stuck? There goes everything. Yes, my dear.
It is your contact and experiences with other people that give your life joy, meaning, and purpose. Because of that, your relationships affect your life more than anything else. To receive the life of your dreams, it is vital that you understand how your relationships affect your life now, and how they are the most powerful channels for gratitude to start magically changing your life.
Wonderful. Carry on, ma'am.
Science is now confirming the wisdom of the great sages of the past, with research studies showing that people who practice gratitude have closer relationships, are more connected to family and friends, and have other people look up upon them favorably.
Excuse me, ma'am. Just hold on here, please, for a while. You see, my dear friends, what is the research saying? That the people who practice gratitude. So, as I told you in the very beginning, when you are in gratitude, you will not look at the faults of the person. You will get stuck on what is good happening, or you will be able to notice, observe what something good somebody has done for you. So when you say thank you, when you're going out of your way, आप एक इमेजिन कर लीजिए कोई स्ट्रेंजर है और किसी वजह से आपने उसको किसी तरीके से आपको उसको थैंक यू बोला, अगली बार वो स्ट्रेंजर जब आपसे बात करेगा तो वो बात आपसे एक अपनत्व से करेगा. दिस इज हाउ यू हैव ओपन द चैनल. सर वो पैराग्राफ कंप्लीट नहीं था, अभी मैंने इनको बीच में रोका था बस. So therefore you will feel more connected. When will you be more connected? You know, sometimes you see friends, they can sit for hours together. They can talk, not only friends. We all, हमें अपने relatives के साथ, cousins के साथ मिल बैठते हैं. कैसी चीज होती है, कैसा धमाल होता है. We are able to connect with each other. Why? We are appreciating each other. और यदि कोई कुछ बोल रहा है तो मैं सुन रही हूं, उसको रोक के नहीं बोलती कि नहीं मुझे ये बोलना है. So this is how we feel connected and we are close relationship. Yes, ma'am.
But probably the most astounding statistic that has come out of research studies is that for every one complaint about another person, whether in thought or in words, there have to be 10 blessings for the relationship to flourish. Any less than 10 blessings for every one complaint and the relationship will deteriorate. And if the relationship is a marriage, it will most likely end in divorce.
So I would suggest all of you to write this line in gold. What is it written? Every one complaint about another in thoughts or words. You have to give 10 blessings. Then only it will equate. Then will the equation be. Now, my dear friends, why is it saying thoughts? As I told you in the beginning, we are all energies which is vibrating. So आपके अंदर से vibrations निकलते हैं. अब आप देखिए, यदि मैंने सोचा आपके लिए कि यार ये अच्छे से नहीं बोलता है, तो जब मतलब मेरे से बोलने से पहले ये थॉट आपके पास पहुंचेगा और आपकी फीलिंग्स भी मेरे प्रति चेंज होगी. That fast is the speed of vibrations. अब इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? फॉर एग्जाम्पल मेरे साथ ऑफिस में मेरे नीचे 10 लोग काम करते हैं, तो क्या मुझे कभी किसी को कुछ, मुझे तो काम चाहिए और आप काम सही नहीं कर रहे हैं तो मुझे कुछ नहीं बोलना चाहिए? तो फिर तो वो टॉक्सिक ग्रेटिट्यूड हो जाएगा कि मेरा गला घुट रहा है इस ग्रेटिट्यूड में. जहां मुझे बोलना है मैं बोल भी नहीं पा रही हूँ. The crux is you have to get your things done. Whatever is not being done, you have to share that this is what I want. But अपने vibrations नहीं खराब करने कि ये तो बंदा ही ऐसा है, जब भी देखो गबाड़ी करता रहता है. Now this is what you are getting into, that bad vibration, in the low vibration. So therefore, one complaint to be equated, you need 10 blessings. Then only it will help. And if it is marriage, one has to be very careful. Yes, ma'am.
Gratitude makes relationships flourish. As you increase your gratitude for any relationship, you will magically receive an abundance of happiness and good things in that relationship. And gratitude for your relationships does not change only your relationships, it also changes you. No matter what your temperament is now, gratitude will give you more patience, understanding, compassion, and kindness to the point where you won't even recognize yourself. The little irritations you once felt and complaints you had in your relationships will disappear. Because when you are truly grateful for another person, there is nothing you want to change about that person. You won't criticize, complain about, or blame them because you're too busy being grateful for the good things about them. In fact, you won't even be able to see the things you used to complain about.
Yes. In the previous paragraph, we were talking about thoughts, but there was something mentioned about words also. So, my dear friends, the words are also very powerful. The words have a lot of energy. Now, suppose there is somebody in my house with whom my frequency doesn't match. So, every time I see that person, I may not utter a single word, but then my body language and my vibration. यार ये तो कभी मेरी बात ही नहीं समझेगी, हमेशा मेरे को अपोज करेगी, हमेशा मेरे को अपोज करेगी. Now before I open my mouth, my energy has traveled there. So whenever I am in that thought for anybody, so what will I get? I will also get, I'm not sending good vibes to that person. So when I'm not sending good vibes, when I'm not respecting the person, how will I get that in return? And we all know whatever we give out would return back to us. So whenever we are using the words, जैसे बहुत बार हम बच्चों को बोलते हैं, यार he is a lousy fellow, he is very naughty, he is very rowdy, and we keep telling the whole day. जब किसी से बात करते, मेरा बच्चा बहुत परेशान करता है, मेरा बच्चा बहुत naughty है, पढ़ता ही नहीं है, and we keep affirming this, पढ़ता ही नहीं है, पढ़ता ही नहीं है. देखिए जनाब, आप कुछ भी कर लीजिए, वो पढ़ेगा ही नहीं, क्योंकि this is what you are asking the universe. आपके यूनिवर्स को आपकी पॉजिटिव, आपकी नेगेटिव नहीं पता, आप क्या बोल रहे हैं उस एनर्जी से पता. तो जब when I'm saying this is bad, 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 it has to be bad, right? So when we have gratitude, that means we are accepting the person as it is. We are appreciating what is good in that person. So what will happen? Now in that case, मैं उसके faults देख ही नहीं रही हूँ. जब मैं faults ही नहीं देख रही हूँ, तो फिर हमारी वो irritation कहाँ से आएगी? यदि if I am a person who gets irritated very fast, एक बात बताइए साहब, मैंने आपसे पूछा आप इतना irritate क्यों हो रहे हो उसके ऊपर? वो मेरे को गुस्सा दिलाते हैं. Means I am blaming somebody. I am not keeping myself responsible. वो मुझे गुस्सा दिलाते हैं, वो मुझे इरिटेट करते हैं. तो अब मुझे आप बताइए, क्या मेरे को गुस्सा होना जायज है? क्या I can shout at anybody? Can we shout at anybody? Be it a subordinate, friend, wife, anybody. Should we shout? What does shouting or anger represent? That you are right? Can anybody write in chat? What would anger represent? Shouting and being angry. We should not give our remote control to anybody. Wonderful. Wonderful. Helplessness. Very good, Madhuji. Very true. When do we shout? When we don't know how to deal with the situation. When the situation is out of control and we have no solution. So that is where this helplessness is there and we shout. और बच्चे तो बेचारे हमसे थोड़े से वीकर है ना. आप देखिए इंसान चिल्लाता किस पर है? अपने से वीकर वाले पर. अपने से तेज वाले पर चिल्ला के देखे, पॉसिबल ही नहीं है, right? You can just imagine, I can shout at my husband, I can shout at my wife. Can I shout at my boss? No. So anger, see, it's not that you should not be angry. There are genuine reasons, and then there is a way to do it. Tips for correcting at the vibration level, because I think it requires, okay. Today only I was hearing one of these beautiful lines I've heard. Whenever you are angry, there is a beautiful word called wait. Before you give out your reaction, wait for some moment. See, your reaction would be different. So therefore, be very careful when you are criticizing. See, एक बात याद रखिएगा, जो आप देंगे आपके पास आएगा. दूसरा, आपसे कोई क्रिटिसाइज कर रहा है तो आपके मन में क्या आता है कि ये जब दूसरे की बात मेरे से कर रहा है तो ये मेरे को किसी और के सामने जरूर क्रिटिसाइज करेगा. सो वी लूज द ट्रस्ट. We lose the trust. Don't react, pause and respond. Yes, sir. So whenever we are criticizing, just think of it. कि आप जब किसी के सामने किसी की बुराई कर रहे हैं तो उस इंसान को पता है कि ये किसी और की मेरी तरफ कर रहा है तो मेरी भी कहीं ना कहीं करेगा. We will not be a reliable person, a responsible person. So when we don't blame, when we don't criticize, when we don't complain, this is how we will be in gratitude. Yes, ma'am.
We can only be said to be alive in those moments when our heart are conscious of our treasures. Words are very powerful. So when you complain about any person, you actually harm your life. It is your life that will suffer. By the law of attraction, whatever you think or say about another person, you bring to you. This is very reason why the greatest minds and the teachers of the world have told us to be grateful. They knew that for you to receive more in your life, for your life to magically increase, you have to be grateful for others just as they are. What if every person close to you said, I love you just the way you are? How would you feel?
How would you feel, dear friends? Can anybody write in chat? If nobody told you to change and they loved you the way you are. Fantastic. Yes, sir. Anybody else? How would you feel? Just write in chat. How would you feel? You see, unless and until on top of the world. Yes, wow. Fantastic, Umeshji. Very good. Please keep the chat rolling. How would you feel? See, आप जब participate करेंगे, आप सोचने को मजबूर हैं. Peaceful, yes. Why? Because we are only worried, how would others think? मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? So, it is your life that will suffer. So therefore, जब हम सोचते हैं, जब हमारा किसी के साथ तू में contented and happy, wonderful way, sir. देखिए साहब, जब हमारी किसी के साथ तू में हुई या कोई blissful, happy zone, very good, Manish Salvi ji, wonderful. देखिए साहब, अब जब हम दो जने किसी भी रिलेशनशिप में होंगे, हम दो जने होंगे. रिलेशनशिप रफ पैच चल रहा है तो भी हम दोनों ही रिस्पॉन्सिबल होंगे. अब मैं सोचती हूँ कि यार वो नहीं करती है तो मैं क्यों करूं. बहुत बार ये होता है कि वो तो नहीं करना चाहता है, मैं क्यों करूं. तो अभी हम इतनी सारी चीजें लिखी तो सब पीस ऑफ माइंड किसको चाहिए. लाइफ में ग्रेटफुल होना किसको है, सीखना किसको है, मुझे. तो करना किसको है, मुझे. That simple. So therefore the world is as it is a mirror. So when you are grateful, you will get people who you would be very grateful to them. जब आप grateful रहेंगे तो आप attract भी क्या करेंगे, सामने से gratefulness ही आएगी आपके पास. आप किसी को मदद करेंगे तो आपके पास क्या आएगा, मदद ही आएगी. आज मैं सुबह बात कर रही थी तो मैं इनसे यही कह रही थी, सुबह मैं किसी से बात कर रही थी तो मैं उनसे ये कह रही थी कि देखिए साहब, यूनिवर्स से जो भी आप मांगेंगे, कुछ भी मदद मांगेंगे, कुछ भी चीज मांगेंगे, तो यूनिवर्स आपकी मदद कैसे करेगा, खुद आके नहीं करेगा, अपना बंदा भेजेगा, अपना रिप्रेजेंटेटिव भेजेगा. राइट. सो व्हाट, सो देयरफॉर एक बड़ी कॉमन सा अपन सुनते हैं ना, ट्रीट अदर्स द वे यू वांट टू बी ट्रीटेड. ये आपने सारे रिलेशनशिप में रख दिया. विजयी भव. Yes, ma'am.
Today's magical practice is being grateful for people just as they are. Even if all your relationships are currently good, they will increase with more magnificence through this practice. And with everything you find to be grateful for in each person, you will see gratitude perform its breathtaking magic, and your relationships will be stronger, more fulfilling, and more enriching than you ever thought they could be.
If
Choose-
sorry, If I am
Right.
able to understand, if I am able to understand others and then I appreciate them, don't you think so? You will also get that in return? For sure. Yes, ma'am.
Choose 3 of your closest relationships to be grateful for. You might choose your wife, your son, and your father, or your boyfriend, your business partner, and your sister. You might choose your best friends, your grandmother, your uncle. You can choose any 3 relationships that are important to you as long as you have a photograph of each person. The photograph can be just of the person or both of you together.
ये आज का असाइनमेंट है. सो एवरी डे हमारे पास एक नया असाइनमेंट होगा. वो असाइनमेंट होमवर्क नहीं है माय डियर फ्रेंड्स. आप कतई भी उसको होमवर्क नहीं मानिएगा. ये एक टूल है. ये सारे टूल्स एंड टेक्निक्स हैं जो हमें मदद करेंगी डिफरेंट डिफरेंट सिचुएशन में how to deal with the situation. And this tool, particular tool, will help us in dealing with relationships. So now what is the author asking us? She's asking us to collect 3 photographs. So these 3 people can be your close connections, can be your friends, and one of them can be somebody with whom you're not at very good or the relationship is not cordial. It can be that also. Now, the requisite or the condition is you require photographs. Now, if you don't have that physical photograph, if you have a picture in mobile, that would also help. But if the photograph is there, it is better, easier. Better in the sense, it is easier. Yes, ma'am.
Once you have selected your 3 relationships and photographs, you are ready to set the magic into motion. Sit down and think about the things you are the most grateful for about each person. What are the things you love the most about this person? What are their best qualities? You could be grateful for their patience, ability to listen, talents, strength, good judgment, wisdom, laugh, sense of humor, eyes, smile, or kind heart. You could be grateful for the things you enjoy doing with the person, or you can recall a time when the person was there for you, cared for you, or supported you.
Tiki, in this example, in this paragraph, she has taken many examples. Like, what can you look at? For example, you have taken 3 people. Now, ab usme karna kya hai? You have to either think like, why do you love that person? Or what is good in that person? What are the qualities? So qualities she has written, there are so many. So these are the hints you can use to write. That is why she's given us so many examples. So we can use these tips to write about that person. You could be grateful for the things you enjoy doing with that person. When are we grateful doing with the person? When the frequency matches. You also like doing that and I also like, and the 2 of us will have dhamal. So in this case, हमें क्या करना है? We need photograph of 3 people. 3 लोगों के photographs है अपने पास और हमें उनके बारे में लिखना है. Why do you love them? What are the qualities? What do you like appearance में कुछ चीज है, उनकी personality में कुछ चीज है. What do you like? अब मैंने जैसे आपसे कहा कि इन 3 में एक एग्जाम्पल ऐसा भी हो सकता है जिनके साथ आपका रिलेशन अच्छा नहीं है. अच्छा नहीं है तो साहब मुझे उसमें कुछ अच्छा दिखता ही नहीं, तो मैं उसके बारे में अच्छा क्या लिखूं? आप मुझसे पूछेंगे. तो मेरा सजेशन रहेगा कि दुनिया उन इंसान के बारे में क्या कहती कि क्या अच्छा है. मुझे नहीं दिखा, आपको नहीं दिख रहा है, दुनिया को क्या दिखता है? आप वो चीज भी लिख देंगे ना जो अच्छी है. गलत चीजें नहीं लिख रहे हैं हम. जो उस इंसान की अच्छी है तो भी that will also help. Your task would be done. You will be at a different level altogether. So now I'm sure you have understood. Take 3 photographs, write about it. Yes.
After you have spent some time thinking about what you're grateful for about the person, put their photograph in front of you and with a pen and a notebook or on your computer, choose the 5 things you are the most grateful for. Look at the photograph of the person as you make your list of 5 things. Begin each sentence with the magic words thank you, address the person by their name, and then write what you are grateful for. Thank you, their name, for what you're grateful for. For example, thank you, John, for always making me laugh. Or thank you, Mom, for supporting me through college.
Yes. So now you have to write 5 good things about that person. And the format you have to use is this. For example, if she's already given you, if I have to give you one example, so I can say, thank you, Madhuji, for reading today's lesson or the assignment. But then this is just great gratitude. But if you're writing about your loved one, your gratitude, you will be able to look at it minutely. So, but follow these format. Now, in this format, thank you, John है. आपको thank you, John नहीं लिखना है. आपको उस इंसान का
Thank you,
नाम
friend.
लिखना है. If it is mom, you're writing mom. It is father, mother, sister है उसका नाम, brother है उसका नाम. So, this is how we will write. Yes, ma'am.
When you have finished your list of all 3 people, continue with the magical practice by taking the photographs with you today and putting them in a place where you will see them often. Whenever you look at the photographs today, thank the person for saying the magic words, thank you, and the person's name. Thank you, Haley. If you are moving around a lot, carry the photographs with you in your bag or pocket and make an effort to look at the photograph 3 times during the day, following the same procedure.
Yes. अब आपने photographs भी ले लिए, लिख भी लिया है. अब उसके बाद क्या करना है? You have to put those photographs at a place जहां आपको आते जाते वो दिखते रहते हैं. And every time you look at them, you would say thank you. और कम से कम 3 से 4 बार तो आपको deliberately ये करना है. अब suppose if you are a person जो सुबह निकल के शाम को आएगा घर पे, and the whole day you are not going to see those photographs. So in that case, you can carry them in your wallet or in your bag and deliberately, otherwise आप भूल जाओगे. अपन बैग में बहुत सारी चीजें रखते हैं. So you have to make it a point. आप उसके लिए अलार्म लगाइए, कुछ भी करिए. आप पहले थोड़ा सा टाइम अपने को ये सारी चीजें अपने उसमें imbibe करने में थोड़ा टाइम लगता है. We forget because there are so many distractions, there are so many responsibilities, there are so many tasks to be done. So in that case, आप उसको कम से कम 3 से 4 बार निकालेंगे और जिन 3 लोगों का आपने नाम लिखा है उसमें, you will all just look at that and say thank you, John, thank you, Madhu, thank you, Haley, whatever the name is. And this is how we have to do it. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have an idea. In
Yeah.
the world of technology, we can make them our wallpaper.
Yeah. Wonderful. A new idea. Wonderful.
Now you know how to use gratitude's magical power to transform your relationships into magical relationships. Although it is not part of the requirement of this book, you may want to take this amazing practice and use it every day, if necessary, to make every relationship you have magnificent. You can use it on the same relationships as many times as you want. The more you can be grateful for good things in your relationship, the faster every relationship in your lives will miraculously miraculously change. Thank you.
My dear, this miracle you will able to witness yourself. Now, when I'm using this magical power of this gratitude, what will happen? देखिए, जब आप अच्छा देख रहे हैं, तो आपको अच्छा ही तो दिखेगा ना, isn't it?
Right.
तो जब अच्छा दिख रहा है आपको, how will you be? आपका अंदर की feelings कैसी होंगी? For sure, very nice, आपको बड़ा खुशी मिलेगी उन सब चीजों से. अब यहाँ पर आपके लिए एक suggestion है. What we can do is, you see, now any relationship we talk of, even if we do it once, it will have impact. But if we do it multiple times, the impact would be more. This is one thing. Another thing is, we can use every day for few days if you want, or you can keep repeating. वो आपको बाद में idea आ जाएगा क्या करना है मुझे. What we can do is we can do for few days 3 people changing every day. Today I have these 3 people. Tomorrow I will have another 3 set of 3 people. Day after tomorrow I can have 3 set of different people. So we can do this way also and make all our relationships magical, magnificent. So this is so simple. तो जो भी कभी relationship कोई थोड़ा सा भी rough हो रहा है, कोई भी relationship में challenge आ रहा है, ये कितना simple technique है, बहुत simple technique है. But अभी अपने को क्या करना है dear ones, इसको सिर्फ सुन के बंद करके डब्बे में नहीं रखना है. We have to follow, do it. When we do it, the experience is mesmerizing, believe me. I think that's the end of the chapter.
Looks like
Oh.
it.
Okay. Sir, assignment आज का? Harish sir? Yes. Yes, Madhuji.
Magic practice number 3. Magical relationships. Repeat steps 1 to 3 of magic practice number 1. Count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you are grateful. Reread your list. And at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Choose 3 of your closest relationships and collect a photograph of each person. With the photo in front of you, write 5 things you are most grateful for about each person in your journal or on your computer. Begin each sentence with the magic words thank you, include their name, and what you are specifically grateful for. Carry the 3 photographs with you today or put them in a place where you will see them often. Look at the photographs on at least 3 occasions. Speak to the person's face in the photograph and thank them by saying the magic words thank you and their name. Is that the end?
Yes. So we all know now,
No.
every day, without fail, we have to write 10, you have to write 10 gratitudes. वो आप जैसे सुबह को मैं आपको सजेस्ट कर रही हूँ कि आप every morning लिखेंगे. So when you will write it every morning, that means आप कल का दिन देखेंगे. You will write about the previous day. For example, tomorrow morning when you will write about today. So what all things are there for which you are grateful. And then at the end of that, each one you will write thank you, thank you, thank you. This is one assignment which we have to do it every day. Second thing, now I think it's very clear that we will take 3 photographs, closest relationships. Why closest? क्योंकि पहले जहां जिनके साथ में दिन भर रहती हूँ, पहले मैं उनको मजबूत कर लूं, फिर उसके बाद में अपना दायरा बढ़ाऊं. So first I'm taking my closest relationships and then collect photograph of each person and then I'll write 5 things about each person. अब इसमें इसका एक condition ये है कि whenever we do this assignment, dear ones, complete for all the 3. It's not that कि सुबह को मैंने एक का लिखा, दिन में दूसरे का लिखा, रात में दूसरे का लिखा. Do it all together and then you see where do you land. तब आपको अपने अंदर चीजें महसूस होंगी चेंज होती हुई. And then what is the format? Format is हमको thank you से start करना है sentence को. Thank you John, thank you Haley. सिर्फ thank you से भी नहीं काम चलेगा. For what? Specific. Everything should be specific, nothing generic. ऐसा नहीं लिख सकती मैं thank you Sonia for everything. You will not have that feeling of gratitude only in your heart. So you have to be specific. For what? She is good at what? जैसे एक एग्जाम्पल दूं मैं आपको, कोई आपसे बोले या मुझसे कोई आके बोले कि रुचि आज तुम बिल्कुल अच्छी नहीं लग रही हो, या मुझे कोई ऐसा बोले रुचि आपके बाल ठीक नहीं है, तो इन दोनों में कितना फर्क है ना। अब कोई मुझे बोले कि रुचि अब अच्छी नहीं लग रही, तो मेरा तो पूरा लगेगा कि क्या ठीक करूं। और यदि मुझे कोई कहता है कि रुचि अपने बाल ठीक कर लो, is there a lot of difference between the two sentences? For sure. So be very specific. And then last wala, before you go to sleep, take your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words. Thank you for the best thing that happened during the day. इसको करे बगैर हम सोएंगे नहीं, इसलिए आप अपने बेड साइड पर रखेंगे। और आप लोग प्लीज शेयर करिए आपकी नींद जो कल तक आपके पास नहीं थी मैजिक रॉक, तो नींद कैसी होती थी, और अब आप मैजिक रॉक को यूज कर रहे हैं तो आपकी नींद कैसी है। क्योंकि मुझे पता है कि यार यदि आप करके सो रहे हैं तो आपको बहुत फर्क पड़ेगा, आपकी नींद की क्वालिटी बहुत फर्क पड़ेगी आपकी। So here we end the today's practice day about the magical relationships. So, my dear friends, anybody would like to share something or any question on today's practice? Anybody would like to share?
Good evening, madam.
Very good
Ved
evening,
here.
sir. Yes, sir.
Madam, I had a question.
Yes, sir.
We spoke regarding 3 people.
Yeah.
And I remember my dog, I lost him 10 years back. But whatever the author has written in this particular thing, I connect everything to him. And since I have lost him for last 10 years, more than 10 years now, so can I put the things to him, the gratitude side and the points to him?
Sir, do you want now today, since you're talking, are you talking about today's practice, sir, connected to that?
Yeah, ma'am.
Now, sir, tell me one thing. If I have a good relationship with my pet, or if I don't have a good relationship with my pet, and if the pet is no more.
Yeah.
So, would that difference be any difference?
Difference is still alive in my heart.
That
in the
he will
family is
always
also,
be.
so
That he'll always be.
since he has passed away, that is not a concern, but still that gives me a positivity in my mind.
Why not then, sir?
So
Why not?
I thought it's a better way to put him as a part of one of my member itself.
You can always practice, you can always repeat this practice, sir. So when you're doing with today 3 set of people, tomorrow can be another 3.
Yeah.
So if you include your dog in any of these, not a problem, sir. You will have good vibes only. You'll have good vibrations.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. So I think somebody was here. Yes, Sushma ji.
Good evening, ma'am.
Very good evening, ma'am. Very good evening.
मैम, जो आपने ये मैजिक रॉक के बारे में बताया है, ये मैजिक रॉक को डेली एनर्जेटिक करना पड़ेगा?
मैम, जब आप अपने हाथ में रखती हैं ना, एक बात बताइए, जैसे आज मैं बहुत किसी वजह से को लेकर बहुत थक गई हूँ, बहुत परेशान हूँ, तो कोई मेरा हाथ दबा देता है ऐसा करके, तो मुझे अच्छा लगेगा क्या? ऐसे कोई प्यार से हाथ दबा देता है,
बहुत अच्छा लगता है।
तो
प्यार से कोई हमको प्यार से बोले, प्यार से हैंड हमारा पकड़े जब हम तकलीफ में होते, तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है ना? अच्छा,
एक्चुअली हो क्या रहा है वहां पे उस वक्त? एनर्जी ट्रांसफॉर्म हो रही है, राइट मैम? तो जब आप मैजिक रॉक अपनी पकड़ते हैं ना, तो आप उसमें एनर्जी तो डाल ही रहे, साथ में अपना विजुअलाइजेशन भी डाल रहे हैं, ठीक है? यहाँ पर विजुअलाइजेशन डालने से आपको उस रॉक को क्या हो रहा है, रॉक तो एनर्जेटिक हो रही है, वो आपके सबकॉन्शियस पे काम कर रहा है। देखिए, जिस दिन हम रात को किसी बात से चिढ़ के सो रहे होते हैं, कोई ऐसी न्यूज आ जाती है जो दुखी करती है हमको, तो नेक्स्ट डे हम उठते कैसे हैं? उसी माइंडसेट से उठते हैं, अच्छे वाले माइंडसेट से नहीं उठते हैं। तो इस मैजिक रॉक का पर्पस है कि मैं एक अच्छे माइंडसेट के साथ सोऊं, तो मेरे सबकॉन्शियस को ट्रेन कर रहे हैं अपन।
ओके।
So that is the whole purpose. तो इस केस में क्या हो रहा है, डबल फायदा है उसमें, साथ में क्या हो रहा है, आपकी मैजिक जो रॉक है ना, वो भी एनर्जेटिक होती जा रही है।
ओके।
यस,
थैंक यू मैम।
You're welcome, my dear. Anybody else would like to share? Please share. मनी सेल्वी जी कुछ कह रही थी. मनी सेल्वी जी, आप unmute करके कुछ, if you would like to share something, would be easy for me to understand here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So it is so happening that fear and guilt is a automatic reaction that comes to my mind every time. So how do I handle this?
Why? I mean, what happens all the time that makes you guilty or fearful?
Not all the time, ma'am, but
Not all the
sometimes
time.
you know, the
Yes.
vibration unknowingly
Uh-huh.
carries me. Yeah.
So in that case, ma'am, am I accepting certain things or am I not accepting certain things?
Yeah, I do feel a resistance, but
Yes.
maybe I'm not able to consciously.
Okay, let that thought of resistance come, ma'am. It will come. You see, जैसे अपन बोलते हैं ना, think positive. तो think positive तो क्या negative thoughts नहीं आते हमारे पास? वो तो आएंगे ना. But then, जब हमारे पास, let that thought come. Let it be there for a while, and then you purposely think of something good. अब इस case में, if now, what good will you think of? In this case, what you can talk about is the things you're grateful for. आपकी लाइफ में क्या चीजें अच्छी हैं? And then you try this. I've done it once with somebody and it has helped a lot. And we can always connect. If you want, we can always connect. You can call me anytime.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome, dear. Anybody else?
Ma'am, I have a question.
Sure, ma'am.
Um, as we said, okay, we should be grateful for, you know, a lot of everything we have. So I'll just give you an example of my last job.
Huh?
And I was working there, and the setup I was in, when I requested for certain things, which I believe could have been given to me, not a promotion, but a certain role, I was in a indirect way, I was denied. Okay, so I cannot be grateful for that, right? So I will not say I accepted the situation. After I just told myself that, okay, this is not something I can live with, and I left the job. Okay, so do you think people should do that? Is that right or wrong?
One thing is very clear, Madhuji. Every person has got a different perception. That is always there. Now, if somebody else is in your shoes at that time, now you see, if I am a boss, or for example, I have a son and I have a daughter. Now, at something around 9 something, my son says, "Mom, I'm going out with my friends." So I might say, I may not, but I might say, yes, come back early, right? And my house is a little deserted area where not many people are there. Whereas the same situation, my daughter is also asking me, "Mom, may I go with my friends for a cup of coffee?" I might not give her this permission. Do you think so? Am I wrong there? Madhuji.
I understand your point totally, but
No. But like, what would be your answer in this scenario? Am I wrong?
If I am in your shoe as a mother, I would say I'll give the reason and I'll say, no, I'll drop you and pick you up. I will not tell her not to go.
That is improvise the situation, right?
Right.
But under same situation, what will you do that?
Which situation? Your situation or my situation?
My situation, I'm allowing my son to do. And when
Yeah.
I know, but then I know I live out of city. I mean, I'm outskirts पे हूँ, मेरे बच्चे को अकेले जाने दूँ, तो क्या ये सारी चीजें मेरे दिमाग में आएंगी कि नहीं आएंगी?
पक्का आएंगी. But I will not. What I am saying is, I will not deny her.
I got it, my dear. but that is, she should be ready to take me. Mom, मेरे सारे friends क्या बोलेंगे, छोटी बच्ची है, हमें छोड़ने आई है.
I agree.
Then, so understand what I'm coming from. मैं कहाँ से बोल रही हूँ आपको. So there are different, every person has different perception. So like they may have something different in their mind. But then in this situation, like, so does that mean that I should not change my job? You can always aspire for a better thing. You can always aspire for a better role. But then whatever role you are in right now, we should first learn to appreciate that. मतलब ये तो वो चीज भी हो सकती है, coming in general, ma'am, not targeting anybody here. For example, मुझे कोई अच्छी जॉब चाहिए और अब आज मेरे पास कोई वो जॉब है ही नहीं, कोई चॉइस ही नहीं है मेरे पास, तो यही नौकरी करनी है. तो मैं इसको 10 गाली भी दे सकती हूँ, क्या करूँ, फंस गई हूँ मैं यहाँ के. जब तक दूसरी चीज नहीं तो करना ही पड़ेगा ना मुझे, राइट? थैंक यू निशा जी, थैंक यू सो मच. सो इसी तरीके से परसेप्शन बहुत बड़ी चीज होती है मैम. In this world, there is nothing right, there is nothing wrong. This is what I believe.
Okay. No, but I'm happy. But I'm, if I look at it, I'm happy because I feel I'm in a better place.
Wonderful. Then we are the best judge always. What do I want from my life, you know? Somebody could, just like I am a teacher and I'm from last 15 years. I've been teaching. I was in a school. Last 1.5 years, I left my job and I'm doing so many other things. So somebody could say कि इतने अच्छी खासी salary मिलती थी, क्यों छोड़ दिया?
Exactly.
I have my own perception.
Okay.
I have my own perception. I have my own reasons. It's fine. See, at the end of the day, we should be happy. That is
happy. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Ma'am, so in that case, I have a suggestion.
Yes, sir.
That whatever is your current job, you should start being grateful for that.
Yes.
And so that you will find some positivity in that current job.
Wonderful.
What is today going on? And so whatever your past is there, that is okay. And the current job will make you more happy, and you'll be more grateful. And then finding out from that will give you more success in other places.
Wonderful, Mr. Bharat.
That's what I learned from today from you and your team.
Wonderful. Wonderful. This is what is to be done. Wonderful.
Because I am also anyhow somebody has shared and you have also shared. So I will also like to share that I have also left my job and came currently doing my own things, working on it and trying to get more success out of it.
Wonderful. Keep it up, sir.
Thank you.
And
thank you.
Keep being grateful. Things will work on their own.
Correct.
Yes. Anybody else? Okay. So I think that's it for today's session. It's already 10 also. So grateful to you. So thankful to you all for being there with me.
Thank
So
you.
Thank you, ma'am.
So
Thank
grateful.
you.
Thank you, all of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
ma'am.